we can do this, and I love it about it. We can do this regardless of 2020 pandemic and all of this bad stuff happening. We can do this. It's not a reason to stop walking. It's not a reason to stop and quit and surrender on your fight of life. It's just a challenge that we'll definitely going to overcome someday. So I really like that message. I got that message from that movie, or from this movie, so I really love this one. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy G, back in another video. Today we're gonna talk about another film that I just finished watching in Netflix, Alive. Alive is a 2020 South Korean zombie film directed by Cho Il-hyung, starring Yoo Ah-in and Park Shin-hye, and I'm pretty sure I just butchered their names. It's basically a simple casted film, if of course I'm not gonna count the zombie actors, right? It's about a guy who streams games, like a live streamer, right? Game live streamer, like what I do in Boy G Gaming. So just go ahead and check that out. Just a really quick ad lib. I also stream games in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. However, going back to the story, or going back to this film, it's about a streamer's struggle to survive out of this apocalyptic, zombie apocalypse that just popped up out of nowhere. It was released last June 24, 2020 in South Korea as a film, and globally, of course, by our beloved Netflix last September 8th, 2020. Alright, let's start with the story. Remember what I said, zombie apocalypse just popped out of nowhere. That's basically it. No explanation, no origins, no storytelling about that zombie. Because the focus of this film is not really so much about the zombies, it's about the survivability of our protagonist, John Woo, together with his neighbor, the girl next door, or across the door, Kim Yoo-bin. It's actually a pretty straightforward, film. No mind-boggling, no twist, no special thingy, or really like spectacular events like World War Z or Train to Busan. And I think comparing it to those films is probably a mistake. Because again, the focus of this is not really zombie, it's the survival. So I think you could enjoy the film on what it offers, the premise of the film, and not really so much comparing it to the really big zombie action-packed films out there, like again World War Z or Train to Busan. Alright, let me talk about acting. Oh man, I'm now thinking that if a real zombie apocalypse if in case it emerges, hopefully not, please no, don't, although it will be cool, but no, please don't. I have enough of 2020. But just in case that a real zombie apocalypse emerge, I think we'll all probably think that they are just bunch of Korean dancers with prosthetic and makeup, to look like zombies. There's even a point in this film that I really laugh hard because my wife mentioned that zombie looks like a BTS, and it's actually pertaining on the moves and the gestures, right? The movements of the zombie, because BTS moves like that, they dance pretty much like the zombies here or everywhere there, pop and lock and all. This actually means that Koreans are getting good, they're getting better and more convincing on their acting, especially being a zombie. I'm now forgetting how disgusting the zombies were in The Walking Dead when I was still watching that series. I can't even remember how the zombies look like in World War Z, to be honest. Let me think. Nope, I can't really remember how the zombies looks like there. On my mind right now, they just look like Asians, specifically Koreans, because of Kingdom, Train to Busan, and now this. The acting of the lead actor here, Yoo Ah-in, I don't know, I probably butchered his name again, but his acting here is pretty insane. He's very natural, very convincing on his movement, his acting, with nasal discharges and all whenever he cries. It's pretty cool. He can even look like really tensioned or unease guy when zombies or whenever the scene needs it. It's very good on his acting. It's very convincing. The girl, Park Shin-hye, is a typical, pretty, very feminine Korean woman that we all know and love, that we see in K-dramas and movies. She's really good, and again, very pretty, but she actually proves how to be a badass here as well. So no complaints whatsoever there. Cinematography, sound, and effects, and specifically makeups of those zombies, I think that's one of the assets of this film. Combined with the really great acting that I mentioned earlier, it's top notch because the zombies are really convincing. They're kind of scary. They look like just a real, real people out there that's just going crazy, and it's not really so much of like a what it calls like a funny thing or like a ridiculous thing in other zombie film. They just look like people who are sick. So whenever they make like really good shots and panning on the cameras in a lot of zombies, you will really feel the fear and the kilabot. It is a very natural looking film without over the top filter or colors. It's as if you're just really watching these people, this girl and boy, on the neighbor on the apartment complex next door, struggle on how to survive this pandemic, this zombie apocalypse. That is what I actually enjoyed about this as well. Focusing more on the survivability, you're really going to forget about the scare factor of the zombie, horror and gruesome. It's not about that. You will focus on how they survive, how they will ration their food, their water, how will they help each other, and it gets emotional whenever they tackle those topics, right? Even in the last part when they're like really struggling to survive already, it teaches us moral lesson. We should survive. We should be strong, probably especially right now because of this pandemic, COVID and all. And that's what I appreciate about this film. Other zombie film out there, of course, you're just gonna focus on the zombie apocalypse, action, origin, maybe the story of where the zombie came from, right? What will happen, how will you beat them. But here it's more of the guys, or the director, maybe the writer, intention is to tell people that we can do this, and I love it about it. We can do this regardless of 2020 pandemic and all of this bad stuff happening. We can do this. It's not a reason to stop walking. It's not a reason to stop and quit and surrender on your fight of life. It's just a challenge that we'll definitely going to overcome someday. So I really like that message. I got that message from that movie, or from this movie. So I really love this one. Alive gets a 7 out of 10 from me. What I realized watching so many films out there in series, you don't really need a 10 out of 10 movies to enjoy it. It depends on your mood. Sometimes you can even watch or enjoy, be happy about a 4 or 5 out of 10 movie, even if it's trash. Depending on your mood, you will allocate your time and enjoy watching it. So I'm now more I'm now focused more if you're gonna watch a certain film, because it's probably going to be a waste of your time if you have a lot of other films to watch. But this film is far from being bad. Alive is really good. It's worth your time. Yeah, I'm definitely sure about that. It's something that you can enjoy with your family as well. It's not that scary, so make sure you grab your wife, your probably adult kids, and watch this film over the weekend and enjoy the moral lesson that this film will teach you. That's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Click the like button if you like this video. Comment down below, have you watched Alive? Do you have any thoughts about the film? If you think it's good or bad, just go ahead and let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Again, I review a lot of Netflix and movies out there, so just go ahead and subscribe for more. But that's all for today, guys. Again, stay safe. Thanks so much for watching, and see you on my next one. Peace.